Hello everyone, how are you guys? I hope you are always fine. If you are new to this channel, my name is Abdul Aziz Ahwan from Indonesia, and usually I make tutorial videos and share productivity tool. So if you want to get insight and to be more productive, please consider subscribing to me. As a UI engineer, I translate UI design or prototype from UI designer to an initial product or MVP, minimum viable product. Good prototyping, straightforward, easy to understand by us is crucial. So of course, we need the right prototyping tool. But first, we have to know what prototyping is and what it's used for. Prototyping is an experimental process where design team implement ideas into tangible forms, from paper to digital. Teams build prototypes of varying degrees of fidelity to capture design concept and test on users. With prototypes, we can refine and validate our design so our brand can release the right product. Prototyping is the fourth phase of both design thinking and design sprint. It's an essential part of user experience design that usually comes after ideation, where our team has created and selected ideas that can solve users' needs. The advantage of prototyping that we can reach: have a solid foundation from which to ideate toward improvement, giving all stakeholders a clear picture of potential benefit, risks, and costs associated with where a prototype might lead, can adapt change early, show the prototype to our users to give us their feedback to pinpoint which element or variants work best and whether an overhaul is required. Have a tool to experiment with associated part of the user's need and problem. Therefore, we can get insight into less obvious areas of the user's world, provide a sense of ownership to all concerned stakeholders, fostering emotional investment in the product's ultimate success. Improve time to market by minimizing the number of errors to correct before product release. There are two kinds of prototyping: low fidelity versus high fidelity. Fidelity refers to the level of detail and functionality we include in our prototype. The fidelity level we choose should be appropriate for presenting to users in user testing to give focused feedback. As we can see, this is the differentiate between low fidelity, high fidelity versus final design. At this point, it's clear that we need to do prototyping. There's a cool slogan: not testing your ideas is a great way to fail fast. Wait, before we talk about prototyping, MVP, and blah blah blah, but how or what do we prototyping? Alright, there are many tools to do that. Of course, there are advantages and disadvantages. In my opinion, a good prototyping tool must contain at least three main features, namely prototyping, libraries, and collaboration. Prototyping: design interactive and animated prototypes. Libraries: libraries full of assets and templates. Collaboration: work together on the same page. And of the three main features, the answer is Mockitt. Mockitt is a prototyping tool where direct workflow, collaborative teamwork, and rapid prototyping happens. So why should we consider using Mockitt? Compared to other platforms, Mockitt has many advantages: client type, template resource, demo preview, developer annotation, file export, real-time collaboration, member management, project management, competitive price. Alright, so how do we get started with Wondershare Mockitt? Okay, so right now I'm in enterprise space. In enterprise space, as we can see, we have a several button like create button, recent edit button, project button, organization library button, manage button, template button, and so on. Create button function to create a new project, prototype, or folder. Recent edit button function to see what project was last added in this space. The project button serves to display the project we have or our contribution to the project. Organization library button function to store libraries, design system, or design template. And the last but not least, the template button is for inspiration or to use a library from another designer. Now, let's go back to the project. And for the very first, we don't have any project right here. As we can see, no project. So, let's create a new project from scratch. To create a new project, we can select this button on the center of our screen, or we can select on the left side. Just press it and we have two options, prototype or folder. Because this is my first project, I think I have to select prototype. When we press that, we can see many options again, like screen size, or we can start from template. So I think because I want to create a prototype for mobile screen, so I want to select this. So I select iPhone 12. As we can see, project being created. Alright, so this is our project. Name it as new project. So I think I don't need this screen, so delete that. For the first screen, I want to name it as login. Create again, onboard 1. Alright, so we have two screens right here. Okay, and the next step is I have to import my design asset. So this is illustration. And the next is I have to add new text right here. Look like this. And for the text, Montserrat. Alright, so for the size, 36. And then bold. Look like this. I want to make it to be center. Okay, and I want to make my illustration bigger. Alright. And the next step is I want to add like input box. So I need this rectangle. For the height, I think 54. And for the radius, 8. Look like this. So I don't need this stroke. And for the fill color, make it to be, I think, look like this. Or again. Alright, so I think look like this. And again, for the hint text, so I need this text. Type your username. For the font Montserrat, regular. And for the color, I think this. Alright, look like this. And for the size, I think 16. Alright, awesome. And I think I want to group this. Name it as username. And duplicate that. And rename to password. Change to password. So I think look like this. Okay, awesome. And the next is I need like a button. So I just need to duplicate this. And then rename to button. And for the color, I just need to pick from this color. And for the text color, we make it to be white. Change to login. change to semi bold, and I think 20. So look like this. And the last but not least, I want to add like forgot password button. So I think we have to add new text. And for the color, pick history color. And for the text, Montserrat and regular, we make it center. Okay. And I think look like this. Okay. Okay, awesome. And I want to modify this and change the color, maybe dark blue. Alright, awesome. So the next screen is onboarding. So for the onboarding, I need 3 onboarding. So let's do that. So we go to onboarding 1, and again we have to import our design asset. And this is something like welcoming screen. So I need to see the size of this illustration. Alright. Look like this. Make it center. And I need this button. Copy that and paste here. And again, so I need text in the top of our screen. So I think I need to copy this and paste here. So I think I need like welcome Tom. This is like a dummy name. Awesome, right? And align to center. Okay, look like this. Make it center. And below that, I think I need like description. So add new text and let's type start your learning journey now. Yeah, I think it's good quote. And Montserrat and yeah, regular. For the color, I think this one. Make it center. So let's see. Welcome Tom. Start your learning journey now. Okay. And modify the position. And I think I need like indicator here. So I need to add like oval. For the size, maybe 8. I don't need this stroke. Okay, and for the fill color, maybe yes, look like this. Duplicate 3 times. For the margin, 16. Okay. Make it center. Okay, yeah, I think look like this. And for this, because this is onboarding 1, so for the indicator, change to blue and change the button to next. Make it center. Alright, yeah, this is onboarding 1. Okay, awesome. And the next is onboarding 2. So I just need to duplicate this and again, duplicate again. So rename to onboarding 2, rename to onboarding 3. So we have onboarding 1, 2, and 3. And the next is we go to onboarding 2 and we need to replace this illustration with this and copy the width and height. And for the position, we make it same and delete the previous illustration, make it center, and change this indicator color to blue and change this first indicator color to this. Alright, and we go to onboarding 3 and again we have to import another illustration, copy the width and height, make it same, delete the previous illustration, make it center, and boom. And again we have to change this color to blue, change this color to this. Okay, so we have onboarding 1, 2, and 3. And the last but not least, we have to change this to get started maybe. Make it center again. Item, right? Login, onboarding 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So I think the next we have to add one screen again and name it as home. And for that, we have to add new text, maybe just hello world, and change to Montserrat 36. Yeah, just something like this. Make it center. Okay, login, onboarding 1, 2, 3. Nice illustration, right? So the next step is we want to connecting one screen to another screen, one component to another component. So to do that is very easy. First, because we want to start from login screen, so we have to go to login screen. And in the login screen, we have one button right here, which is login button. Just press that. And when we press this button, we can see like flash or lightning icon right here. To connect to another screen, just drag this to maybe onboarding 1. And as we can see, it will create for us new event. And the event like tap, swipe left, right, up, down, tap and hold, double tap. So because this is like button, so I just need to make it to be tap. And another thing is we can select target screen, and for the transition, maybe I want to make it to be from bottom to the top, so maybe bottom slide. And for the duration, I think I want to make it to be 500 milliseconds. So just test this. So let's try to press this. Boom, very cool animation. So we back again. So yeah, we have successfully add new connection. And the next is we go to onboarding 1. And in onboarding 1, we have one button here, next button. And we want to connect to onboarding 2. When we press this next button, transition from maybe like right slide from right to the left. And for the duration, 500 milliseconds. Test this. Boom. Alright, so we back to another screen. And the next is onboarding 2, like the before. From right to left. And the last is onboarding 3. Go to home screen. From right to the left. Duration 500 milliseconds. And test this. Press login button. It will go to onboarding 1. And when we on the onboarding 1, we press next, it will go to second onboarding. And when we press again, onboarding 3. And when we press again, home screen. As simple as that. So as we can see, inside our onboarding screen, we have like illustration. And usually in onboarding screen, we can do like swipe left or swipe right. So to do that, it's very simple. So because I want to make it like the swiping area in illustration, so I just need to select this illustration. And to do that, like the before, so we can see this icon. When we swipe left, it will go to onboarding 2. For the event, change to swipe left and transition like the before. Duration 500. Just test this. Try to swipe left. Alright, so we have successfully add another event. The next is we go to onboarding 2, connect this to onboarding 1. When we swipe right, it will go to onboarding 1, transition, left slide, duration 500, create link again, swipe left, action, go to screen, screen 3, right slide, 500. So just test this. Right now I'm in onboarding 1. When we slide left, it will go to onboarding 2, and in onboarding 2, when we swipe right, it will go to onboarding 1, and when we on onboarding 2, we do like swipe left, it will go to onboarding 3. So the last is onboarding 3. When we swipe right, it will go to onboarding 2, transition, left slide, duration 500. When we swipe right, it will go to onboarding 2. So as simple as that. So we just need to connect component to another screen. So if we have finished the design, the next step is we can do like demonstrate or previewing. Starting from login screen, go to onboarding 1, swipe left, swipe right, boom, we have done. And the next is we can export this design, and we can export to HTML5 or Android APK. I think I want to try this Android APK. So as we can see, name it as my learning APK. Alright, so this is the app when we export to APK. So as we can see, this kind of like real app, but no functionalities. So starting from this login screen, move to onboarding 1, onboarding 2, onboarding 3, and home screen. Alright, it's awesome. Time to conclude. So even though this Mockitt is relatively new, but Mockitt has cool features from prototyping, libraries, and collaboration. I believe Mockitt can compete with its competitors, considering that this Mockitt is easy to use and suitable for all, beginner, all professional. Also, the price is competitive and is very suitable for companies, startup, or unicorn. So, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting you to use this Mockitt. So, I think enough my video today. If you have any questions or comment, write it down on the comment field. Thank you so much and see you again on the next video.